myself as well. There I am.
It's the House Minority Whip. Right.
Mm-hmm. Are we?
Now they can hear me. Oh my god, I'm such a buffoon. I apologize for being a buffoon. We tried to do an intro. We have a new intro, so I tried to play that. I thought that'd be really cool. It failed, I think. But the intro song is super dope. Shout out to my boy Kyle for making the intro song. Everyone shout out Kyle. Just shout out Kyle real quick, fellas.
Kyle.
Thank you. Yeah, so we tried to do an intro. We'll get better at it next time, I guess. But let's start it how we usually start it. How have your weeks been, fellas? Boys?
Tiring, mostly.
Bennett?
It's been fine.
All right.
All right. Well, this
All right.
is, as you can see, we're all jazzed. Very, very energetic, very excited podcast. JK. Today's gonna be a pretty chill
Just
podcast.
sleepy.
Everyone's pretty tired. It's been a long week for all of us, and honestly, there's just not that much news to talk about this week. There's some interesting things, but
Yeah.
pretty slow news week. Oh God, I didn't even introduce us. Here's my buffoonery again. I am host Jubtej Singh. With me are also host Matt and Bennett. Say hi, Matt and Bennett.
Hi.
And there's that. So do we want to get into our first topic of discussion?
What's topic number one?
Topic number one is election updates. We could get into that a little bit. Yeah, the music. Do the music thing again. Election updates.
There's a debate.
God damn, you Bennett. We can't do this every single time.
There's a debate Tuesday.
Bennett, you have to like. If I had known that you were doing the election update, I would have like paused for that. Okay, hold on. We'll do it one more time. Okay. Election updates. Matt, just do the music, please.
Please, Bennett, just do the music.
Please, just do the music.
No.
Yay! Okay, we have a cool graphic for this too. See, we're always improving here on the Zero Budget Podcast. What's new in elections this week? Everybody.
There's a Democratic debate that I didn't watch.
Yeah, Bennett, did you watch
I
the debate?
watched it.
Really? You're like the one person that did.
They're all starting to blend together.
I know.
The first two were interesting.
I think the last one is really interesting too.
They're blending together.
I think the last one
starting
had
to
some
get
good
boring.
stuff come out of it. I think. The last one had like Castro.
This one had the most candidates on stage at once.
Which one?
This one.
This one. Well, you would think it would be
Candidates
more,
on this stage than last stage.
You would think it would be more interesting then, but it just wasn't.
No.
It just didn't interest me in the
It was his
slightest.
first debate. Tom Steyer.
Oh yeah, I heard he did well though. There were a bunch of people that were like, "Who's Tom Steyer?" So I guess you want people
He's the
talking about
guy,
you.
jillion YouTube ads that was like, we need to impeach Donald Trump. Like, way before, like, 17.
Yeah, but also everybody's been saying we need to impeach Donald Trump for a while. It's just now they're
I've been
actually
saying
doing
it since.
They've been saying since he started running. It's just now they're
Yeah,
like,
facts. They said in 2015 when he began his campaign.
we need to impeach him. It's just there's nothing really new coming out in anything. I mean, Yang is still a beautiful, beautiful soul.
He did very well at the debate.
I think he did really well too. He talked more than he did at the last debate.
Got a good hit against Elizabeth Warren.
He got a good hit against everyone. He was like, "Yo, we need to shut up about Trump." There's like a reason that he won, and it's because Democrats don't care about the Rust Belt. Like he just kind of laid it all out there. I like that. I like Yang, but the problem is no one paid attention to him. So, and that's why Trump will be reelected.
Well,
Basically.
Elizabeth Warren did really bad, which is kind of sad because she's the front runner now.
I don't think she did really bad.
Everyone
I think,
attacked her.
Yeah,
Everyone attacked her,
but
and
I
she
don't-
didn't really have a good response.
I don't think that's her doing bad. I think that's just she's the front runner now. Everyone's gonna go after her. Same thing with Biden. It's except Biden's response was, "I'm gonna crack jokes and be an asshole." Her response, like she tried to think things out, but I mean, when everyone is attacking you, it's easy to get flustered. You know.
Yeah. She's never like answered that question about if she's gonna tax the middle class on
out in the open, right?
what was that?
Bernie laid it all out in the open and said that he was going to tax like everyone, right? Guys, hello. They seem to be muted.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay. I went away from the graphic. I keep forgetting that I have the graphic up, so I'm not allowed to go away from the graphic. Okay, the graphic is back.
Yeah. What were we talking? Oh yeah, the
back.
taxation.
Yeah.
I had to leave in the middle there. Sorry about that.
God, like you
I
both
think.
had to go.
Yeah, no, I watched the highlights, and that was like one of the things I actually did watch. She's because there's no easy way to answer it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of one of those things. It's like, yeah, you're probably gonna your taxes a little more, but like theoretically, you won't be spending as much on healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
which can
that
be
was
pretty
Bernie's
pricey.
answer, right?
No, no. That's what I'm just saying. Like generally, Elizabeth Warren was just like,
Bernie actually said that, but
Yeah.
Elizabeth Warren keeps saying
She was
no.
deflecting from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she was like, let's think about the costs. I think that's what she said. Like she didn't like, especially
And for
like,
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was being super like annoying about it. Like just
Yeah.
she wouldn't get to the
Just-
point.
Every time
Yep.
she says the word plan, I
You what?
cringe because
Oh.
you can have plans, but they have to be good plans. They're not good plans.
Apt analysis from Bennett. This is really just a
Thank you,
terrible
Bennett.
episode today, isn't it? Like we're like
We're all
Nothing
just, like-
good to talk
we're
about.
like what
Yeah.
11 minutes in, and this episode just sucks. I'm gonna change the
Yeah.
title. I'm gonna change it to "This is the worst one yet."
yeah.
Like let's just be
Hey.
honest. It's been a really slow news week.
What's going on with the NBA in China?
China
Following that at
China
all.
invested money into NBA. NBA was like, no, it was after like people found out China invested money into the NBA, and then the Americans are just like, the fuck, and then NBA is like, we love China.
Wait,
And
what's
then-
the Winnie the Pooh guy's name? I'm gonna put his picture up with Winnie the Pooh.
Xi Jinping.
Yeah,
What?
Xi Jinping.
yeah.
Ah, found him. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put up his picture next to Winnie the Pooh on the graphic.
Yeah,
In the thumbnail.
the whole China debacle.
Hold up.
People are just mad that
Oh
China,
wait.
like, invested-
Wait. Election
What?
updates. Yikes rating.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't care out of 10.
Thing.
In primary season, there was something crazy on with Trump and the other
But see, that's not
Rubio
exactly
hands
like
thing.
a good thing.
The whole Ted Cruz's dad killed
I
JFK.
mean, I guess if you think about it,
Amazing
it being
thing.
boring
it's
is like
interesting.
a good
It's
thing.
good.
Like theoretically, it being boring is like good because it's like okay, at least there's not like the fucking. Do you guys
Insane
remember the
person.
Ted Cruz shit with him being the Zodiac killer?
Zodiac killer.
People still we probably shouldn't be like partaking in it,
mm-hmm.
but at the same time,
Uh,
but at the same time, it's just so much fun.
fun.
This is just
Yeah.
not fun at all. There's nothing happening
The
this week.
Democrats,
I mean-
they're all
Is because a lot of them are very similar on issues. So like if like Andrew Yang was this would be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, if he was a front runner, this would slap. But he's not a front runner. He's in like the top 5?
Yeah.
top 5.
So
I
he's
think.
gonna be in the next debate, which is gonna be a lot smaller. So there's only like
Yeah.
5 or 6 people that have qualified so far. So that's what I'm excited for.
I mean, I kind of think about like the 2012 Republican primaries where like Mitt Romney wasn't the front runner until like the near end.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he was
that's
close, right?
true.
He was what, third?
Yeah, he was like
It was
always kind of like in the
Santorum
top
was like
three.
in first the whole time until
Yeah, but like I don't know, Yang
Pretty
isn't.
much.
Yang just isn't close. I honestly don't think he'll rock.
He's
he's been steadily
I mean,
growing. He
yeah.
was at 1% what like a month or two ago.
No,
and now
that's
he's
true.
like
Now
a
he's at,
steady
like-
5.
Yeah. I think the next debate. I hope the next debate he'll get a chance to really shine up there. Because it's. Gonna
I
be
think Yang just
significantly
needs to
less
get more.
people.
I think he needs to get more aggressive.
I
Really.
know he needs to start playing the game, and I respect that he's not. But
I
at the
mean,
same
he
time,
he
like,
started. He attacked. He kind of like attacked.
Yeah,
Warren with
he was kind of on it in the last debate, but it's just like you just have to. I get that like you don't want to and whatever, and you're tired of all these political games, and that's respectable. But to a certain extent, you have to if you want to win the presidency. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to play the political game to not play the political game. You have to make that like a selling point. But I mean,
Exactly.
he's more of like a podcast candidate, which is good, but at the same time, it's not good.
But most Americans don't have time to sit down and listen to a
Yeah,
podcast.
no one wants to
Yeah.
hear like, no one wants to go on a video marathon of Andrew Yang for 5 hours listening to his policies. They just want like short little snippets of like, not left, not right, forward, that kind of shit. But he's just, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he really just honestly needs to become like Trump. Honestly.
He needs little
But-
catchphrases for all his policies, like Trump has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trump, but like
Make
you know,
America
less
great again.
idiotic.
Make America great again. Make America. Well, doesn't he have the Make America math or some shit like that? He has some.
I don't
Make. Oh yeah, his thing
America
is
great.
his thing is math. Make America think harder. That's a dope ass
And make
slogan.
America think harder.
Make America think harder. I'd buy the shit out of that hat. Like I don't even like wear hats, but I'll buy it.
Like I said, I'm definitely gonna hold off my like judgment until like it actually gets close to primary,
Yeah.
which isn't till like the first one isn't until February.
Yeah. I mean,
like-
he's already qualified for the
It's
next.
closer
debate.
than you think. That
This is true, but I mean, you still have 2-3 months. I mean, a lot can happen. And,
yeah, Biden could have a heart attack.
yeah,
Oh my god,
and
dude.
Biden will probably pull a Clinton and take like 3. Unlike
God.
our good boy Bernie.
Bernie is straight up on the stage right after a heart attack.
Didn't he say last night that he was gonna, or not last night, at the debate that he was gonna make his campaign more aggressive? Imagine
Who,
that,
Yang or Bernie?
Bernie.
Yeah, that was honestly his biggest issue in 2016. He just did not go after Clinton.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like I'm coming at it from a perspective of like imagine literally having a heart attack. Like the man
Yeah.
was in the hospital, and days later he's like, I'm gonna go harder. That's insane. The man's insane.
He's he is a train.
That's a guy who like again say what you will about Bernie, but he genuinely cares. He could be
Yeah.
on his deathbed next week,
Actually cares.
and he'll like still be running up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the ones you can really tell the character Yang and Bernie.
Yeah.
Because like they kind of both are just like, hey, I'm not here just like for being the president. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Harris, on the other hand, the most obnoxious,
Warren.
annoying. No, Warren, I think cares. I think Warren is
She
like.
does not care.
No,
she just stole
no.
all of Bernie's policies and
No,
doesn't really
I
anything.
think
No,
Warren
but she's
cares.
always had those policies.
Yeah, I think
She always
Warren,
did.
Warren cares. She's
She
just playing the
endorsed
game.
Clinton in 2016.
Okay, you want to talk about someone that cared? I don't. Okay, Trump doesn't care. You love
Trump
him.
cares.
Trump does not
no,
care.
I'll say Trump cares, but his judgment's definitely in the wrong place.
No, I fully believe that he only got into the game to become president.
I mean, like,
Yeah, he wanted to become president in order to help the people who had been ignored. Though
No.
I
were
hold up,
ignored.
no, because he does have a long history in politics. So this isn't
does.
like it was not like even like in 2012 people thought Trump was going to run. You know,
Yeah, but just
this is like
people,
kind of been a thing since Obama. Kind of like
just people thinking he's gonna run isn't enough to be like, all right, this guy genuinely.
I guess
like,
it's true.
cares.
He put
If
out
he
an
cared-
exploratory committee in 2000.
If he cared, he wouldn't go on so many damn golf trips, bro.
This I guess
He
this
just
is true.
loves his golf trips.
I don't think he cares anymore. I think maybe like
No,
during
he
the 20,
cares.
Those
I
golf
think in the
trips.
2016 election.
I no,
No,
okay,
'cause here's the thing.
No, I agree with
No,
you
here's
there.
here's the thing. I mean, just to get into a little bit of the Turkey situation, you know, in 2016 Trump situation, he probably actually would have put a lot of sanctions on Turkey instead of just being like,
Mhm.
stop that,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, I agree. I think
Erdogan
I
going,
think the first
"No."
the first like maybe like the first half of the first year, I think he cared because I remember like right after his inauguration, he like passed the Muslim ban.
Yeah,
So that was like that was like it wasn't dope, but it was like oh like
It was one of his
you're
campaign
doing your shit.
things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's
Yeah.
like oh cool okay you're
The
actually like,
ones
doing
I
things
always
like this.
disagreed with.
Yeah, it
That was like one of his
kind
first
of a-
actions in
it's kind of a
office.
dumb move, but yeah, he
But
definitely.
a few
does
things
not
I disagree
care
with the
anymore.
man on.
Anyways, Harris, we can disagree about Warren, but Harris is just.
Yeah, Harris
Oh.
does. Beto also does
Whole-
not give a shit.
I think Beto does. I think Beto panders a lot, but I think Beto does. I just have no sympathy for Harris. Harris is like the only one up there where I'm like, I hate you with every fiber of my being. She's so obnoxious.
She's gotten better. She's like kind of boring in the most recent debates.
I just hate listening to her talk. It's because every time I do,
It's a
I
very
think about-
nasally voice.
I think about the third debate where she was just cackling it up, and I'm like, dude, like, she was just
Yeah, I don't like when she laughs.
just a jerk. Because it's not just a laugh; it's like a superiority thing.
yeah, it's almost condescending.
Yeah, exactly.
Is no Harris is the one that like kind of try to rip on Biden for a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's just and didn't she have like a shady past as a lawyer or something like that?
Yeah, no, she
Yeah,
was like
prosecutor.
she's the one who wants to like, legalize marijuana, but like put a lot of people in jail for marijuana.
Oh, dope. Yeah, she just hops on the bandwagons all the time.
Yeah.
I remember in Flynn's class we were talking about plastic straws or some shit because like she proposed a bill, and it was like, okay, you clearly did not give a shit about this before the video came out about the turtles or whatever. Like, don't act like this is something that you've been working on for a while or whatever. It's so clear what you're trying to do. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, I hate how she panders.
She's one of my least favorites.
Yeah, Harris gets a 5 out of 5
Yeah.
yikes for me. I don't want her to become president. Yang and Bernie, 0 out of 5 yikes. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Live your lives. Warren gets a 2 out of 5 yikes.
5 for me.
5 out of 5, bro? That's
I
your
mean, like,
5?
It's not my top choice, but like out of the corporate Democrats, she's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, Warren is definitely, and the corporate Democrats
I
are
wouldn't even
probably
call
the
her
ones that are going to
corporate
win.
Democrat though. She's trying to be a progressive.
Yeah, but like,
She is way more of like a rational.
yeah.
And it always had these views, even like before she's like endorsed Clinton. Because I mean, like one of the big back in 2016 was that Bernie was going to get Elizabeth Warren as her VP, as his VP, and then he lost, and that just did not happen. Remember when Tim Kaine was going to be vice president? Can we talk about that?
Dude, why
God.
did Hillary choose Tim Kaine of all the people?
Yeah.
Bring
Just bleh. It's probably just because he's very bleh. She's got so many scandals. He's bleh. So it's like.
The thing is, Tim Kaine also has a lot of skeletons in his closet.
So maybe that's why they could be skeleton buddies.
Yeah.
She needed someone that she could relate to.
He's weird looking too.
Okay.
He's a funny looking guy.
I mean, he looks mostly normal to me, but all right.
I think he looks fun.
I think he just looks like a normal old dude. Election updates this time around get a 4 out of 5 yikes for just being so incredibly boring and almost not even worth talking about.
I want to get to this Batman news thing.
Okay.
I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, no, do I?
Let's put Batman news up next. Wait, do we want to put Batman news up next, or do we? I have the graphic up for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's next on the list, so might as well go for it.
Okay, I was about to say I have the graphic up for Winnie the Pooh boy, but I'll put up Batman. Hold on, let me find a sick picture. Yeah, there's not much news here either. There's just a couple of Batman updates going around. Let me look up like a really cool picture of Batman. Batman, cool picture. Ooh, this one's nice. Okay. This is not interesting content. Open image in new tab. Pardon me while I pull this up. Transition. Hey, okay. So the Batman updates are just that. There was a guy cast as the Riddler. And that's it. Thank
Absolutely
you.
astonishing.
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah,
stunned.
apparently there was just this really good actor cast as the Riddler, and people are super excited for it. But the actual news that I wanted to talk about, just maybe for a little bit, was Jonah Hill was in talks for the Batman. Matt Reeves, the Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
But now he's out.
Yeah, he was gonna play the Penguin, right?
He was gonna play the what?
The Penguin, I think.
It's the only
we
role
don't know.
I could see
We don't
him
know.
in.
I could see him in the Penguin too, but there are people throwing around names like the Riddler and all that stuff. But it doesn't matter now because he's out.
I can't see Jonah Hill in a movie like that, honestly.
I could see him in a movie like that because he's like a serious
So
actor.
could I.
I just
He
cannot.
has serious roles, but like I just see
Jonah Hill.
Speaking of Rob, who wants to go see The Lighthouse? I really want to go see that.
I've heard it's really
Is it
good. It looks super
Yeah.
super stylistic. And I
It also
like that.
probably has two actors, Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson.
I just want to let you guys know we literally have 0 concurrent viewers.
All right.
what?
So we're essentially doing this podcast for no one. Yay. Okay.
Honestly, this is kind of a fluke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's
last
been-
one we hit our peak. We hit our peak at episode 2, and it's all downhill from there. The
I
last
think
one
we
was
just need
such
to
a
wait
good
still we
episode.
have like actual news to talk about.
It's alright. I think. Okay, let's talk about Batman real quick, and then I'll put up in a picture of the Zero Budget Podcast logo. We can kind of talk podcast updates, I guess. I like that idea. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, so
Welcome.
um, let's.
Wait, let's talk about Kanye West and Playboy Cardi.
I
You
just
can
do not
update
care.
you can update us on that.
I'll
I
give y'all
care. I
the
love
wrap
Kanye.
update.
Wait, hold on, Jonah Hill. I guess. So
Let's
the reason,
finish Batman, then
yeah,
we'll do
the
the
reason
wrap
why
up.
they stopped talking was because, Jonah Hill wanted $10 million to play whatever role he was gonna play. And I guess Warner Brothers didn't want to overpay for an actor, considering what happened in their last movies before the Joker. And I guess I think the direction it seems like they're going for is give it to a director, let them do their thing however they want to do it, and that's it. Like, I think they're focusing on more smaller budget character driven stories rather than these huge cinematic universe battle type things.
Yeah.
And I love that direction that they're going in because that's kind of how the comics work too. The comics usually aren't things like the biggest comics aren't things like Age of Ultron and Marvel. They're more things like Batman the Dark Knight, where it's just old Batman and they just like look through what old Batman would be like, basically. That's a bad summary of Dark Knight, but you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I think it's good that they're focusing more on character based stuff. What do you guys think?
Now, one. Do you think the Joker in it?
What?
This is kind of like weird, like thinking because confirmed villains really besides like there and a few others.
Your audio is
right?
kind of cutting in and out. You're good now, I think.
Yeah. So for the Batman, what are the villains that we have confirmed? It's like the Riddler.
It's like just
That
the
actual
Riddler.
fat.
It's the Riddler and Catwoman. They cast Catwoman.
That's what it is. Yeah. Do you think they'll add the Joker into this?
I don't think so. I think we're
Yeah.
gonna get Joker fatigue.
Yeah.
I
And
hope
it's gonna be
not.
part of, like, are they going to be connected in any way? You think?
No.
No, I
The-
don't think so.
New cinematic universe.
I don't think so. I
No.
hope not.
This isn't.
Prefer if
No,
it
because-
was,
no,
their
because-
cinematic universe is closed cut.
No. Because Super Prey are both actually part of the DCEU.
Wait, this Batman isn't part of the DCEU?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay, yeah. They changed the name of it to the Worlds of DC. So, I think what I said is right. Is that they're just gonna stop focusing on the cinematic universe stuff. They're just kind of
Yeah.
gonna make movies, which is what
Yeah.
DC should do because that's how the comics work for the most part. They just make.
They should
comics.
really. I wouldn't mind if the Batman is good. I wouldn't mind kind of its own universe. If that makes sense. Almost what happened in the beginning of the MCU. If that makes sense.
Yeah, this could be its
Hulk
Iron
and
Man.
Thor.
This could be its Iron
Yeah.
Man. I get what you're saying. It also seems
And
like
then, you know,
it's-
like,
Go ahead.
and then like I don't know, like kind of have like Batman v Superman, but like except not bad.
Yeah, except make it like I don't know, good.
except no. Why did you say her name?
God, the dumbest part of that movie. It was so. I remember.
It's his mother's name.
Dark Knight
What?
Yeah,
was a Dark Knight, right?
What about the?
that was not Dark Knight at all.
A Dark Knight.
No,
That quote.
Do
No.
you know what? You know what
Did you
Dark
not watch
Knight is?
Batman v Superman?
Did you not watch Dark Knight?
Oh, I knew it
my
was
God.
Batman.
That's what we were
Bruh.
talking about, numbnuts. This is why this is the
It's,
worst one yet. Oh my god.
We're all
I
just
was
discombobulated.
We
reading.
can't,
I was
like,
reading something else.
function as human beings.
Rap
Batman.
news time.
Batman gets a 0 out of 5. Not a 0 out of 5. I'm a little concerned about it. It'll get
A1.
a yeah 1 out of 5. Yikes, that's a good number, Matthew Hanks.
Actually, one thing I'm gonna skip the Turkey serious stuff because like it's interesting, but it's not really that. It's more interesting if you are.
Yeah, it
Uh,
takes a while to explain. We can talk about it next week when there's probably going to be updates on it.
Yeah, more.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Jewel situation that just happened.
But the Jewel, I have the
Man,
Winnie the
man,
Pooh
all
stuff
those
up. I want wait. Yeah. At the end, we'll do podcast updates then. I have the Winnie
Yeah.
the Pooh stuff up, bro.
Wrap updates.
Talk about China.
No, let's talk about Jewel. I'll pull up the Jewel picture.
All right. So basically, what happened? That whole controversy where like 6 teens died because I don't know their jewels exploded in their face, or like I don't know they overdosed on like
That's not funny.
marijuana
I
or
should
something like that.
Should not have.
Oh,
Yeah.
the thing with it's kids getting these dab pens and getting shitty carts
Yeah,
that have pesticides
from like
in them.
Mexico.
And they get
Seem to know a lot
scarring
about
from their
Jewels.
lungs.
Seem to know an awful
No,
lot.
and the thing is, blame Jewel for this.
Yeah, even though
No connection.
not even
Yeah, I've heard all
used
the
for dab.
ones. I've heard all the ones that are killing people have been like laced.
Yeah, no, like the lace with them shit. Yeah, they're
They
dead
like
pens,
they
so
like
not
cut
even
them.
jewels.
Yeah, they like cut them with something. I've heard.
Yeah. Either the dab pen they get is like black marketed and
Mhm.
probably some shitty Latin America country,
Mhm.
so they don't know how to like I guess solder wires together.
Mhm.
So it goes boom boom, or they get like a THC cartridge that's like mixed with some synthetic shit easily and die.
Scarred their lungs.
Yeah.
But I've heard like jewels. Like we don't really know the effects of them, and they could like mess up your lungs
We
really
know
badly.
we know popcorn lungs a thing.
Yeah,
That's a legitimate threat.
yeah. That like
Um,
jewels can give you that if you overdo it.
To our knowledge, that's the only threat so far. Besides, anything else that's smoking related, like the lung cancer,
Yeah.
because there's not 1.5 billion chemicals going into this.
I mean, aren't there though?
I mean, mostly it's just water vapor and whatever they use.
I don't know, bro.
not-
Those
it's not
know the
good
real
to-
cost things. Those know the real cost ads. They've been telling me that
Mhm.
there's like copper in them, bro, and like lead. So,
There's no way in high hell there's a lead in any form of Juul product.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, no, that's not.
There's no way the FDA saw lead, all right, and just slapped.
It's pretty much exclusively from dab pen.
All right, so I'm probably just
And not even like ones that are sold legally. They're very much illegal.
bro.
Shitty knockoff from like China or Latin America.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm probably wrong. Let's be real here.
I feel like a lot of people do forget that all the Juul products still had to get approved by the FDA.
Yeah, but
Which
don't
they all did.
Yeah.
cigarettes also have to be approved by the FDA? We know that there's shit going on there.
Yeah, but there's not lead in Juul products.
I mean, there might as well be.
I'm not even getting to the big Juul news.
Oh yeah, get to the big Jewel news.
So Trump administration is like, we're gonna ban flavors if you don't stop your shit, Juul. And Juul's like, all right, we'll pull them from any department store, So then they did, but you can still buy them online from the Juul website. But it was still hard to get. I think your license pre-approved by Juul themselves or something like that.
What do you guys
so
feel about? How do you guys feel about banning flavors?
I'm getting to that. Hold up.
All right.
Well, so basically they're still getting backlash from the MSM
Mm-hmm.
and Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, we're just removing flavors altogether. You can't get them aligned.
If even Trump is like, remove your flavors, you should probably remove their flavors.
Well, no, because the Juuling American Association, something like that, the JA, They
The jaw.
they're basically they're like, yeah, no, this is a super cowardly move because like there's no evidence that Jewel has any connections to these deaths,
Well, it's
or
not
like
even
any of these
about the
bad.
flavor shit. Isn't even about death. It's more
Hold
about
on,
appealing to youth.
hold on,
Okay,
hold on.
Matthew Hanks.
And apparently, they've been doing the past few years. Flavors is what gets most people off smoking. So we're back to the menthol and the mint flavor or something like that. Actually, no, I think the mint flavor is gone. So like I don't know, air flavor. So more people. The theory is since it's also going to be harder to get from at least from jobs, they think adults smoking cigarettes because it's just easier to obtain,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's just the same taste. And it's also cheaper to get cigarettes than it is to get a jewel pack.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying banning flavors really discourages anybody who's legally using it, who's over 21, and for those people who are using this as an actual like means of getting off
Yeah.
cigarettes, with an amount of people.
Well.
I mean, I I would like to use the example of a person that we both know, Joe Tesh.
Uh huh.
He started juuling in his college years,
Uh huh.
but they banned all flavors from like stores, so
So
there
he
was only
went vape.
menthols, and then they age raised it to 21. So he thought it was much easier just to get cigarettes than it was just to try to get jewel pods. So now he smokes.
See, here's the thing. Like, that being said,
Yeah.
there's no reason to have flavors like fruit punch and mango and shit like that. You
There
know what
is.
I
It
mean?
tastes good.
Yeah,
Why?
but that's what I'm saying.
It's good.
I think those are the kinds of things that like appeal to.
Okay, then why do we have flavored alcohol? Like,
I mean,
should we just
with
have
that in and of itself is kind of an argument too. I mean, I'm not saying either one
the
are right.
reason why we have flavored the reason why we have flavored alcohol is so we can digest it much easier. Have you
Yeah.
ever have you ever taken like a straight shot of vodka? It's absolutely disgusting.
Vodka's not that bad, but tequila, that shit.
Yeah, that's why people usually combine it when like they take a shot of tequila. They usually get salt and lime,
All
so
the
it won't,
lime.
so it won't taste that terrible.
Vodka you
I don't
just
know.
do straight
Honestly,
up.
I said
Vodka's not bad.
honestly, I don't. Even though I am kind of talking about banning flavors, I don't see what it would do. Like let's say that we did ban flavors, people who, especially like in high school, people who vape are gonna vape. Like it's just kind of a
It's
thing
not gonna
now.
like stop them.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just even if we raise the age, people still find
If
ways to get
anything,
alcohol.
it'll probably just encourage them more because now it's more taboo.
Yeah. So I think like I was saying, the culture of vaping in high school is kind of like it's either you do it and you do it with friends or you do it and you get made fun of.
Yeah,
So it's just kind of like all we can really do is just make fun of them until it dies out. You know what I mean?
yeah. And then people, legitimate adults who use it to actually try to quit smoking,
Yeah, but like in
they're
high
responsible.
school, if you're getting a nicotine addiction because you vape, it's like, come on.
But it kind of also gets to like the philosophy, one like the main philosophers of America, like the right, the choice of freedom or the freedom of choice. Like I should be able to put realistically whatever I want into my body without like much restrictions. Besides just obvious poison shit.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, I think it's also the government's job, like if this kind of stuff is out on the market, to make sure that like as little kids get their hands on it as possible.
But I mean, it's almost kind of like the really dumb argument that like candy cigarettes causes kids to, because that's just not true.
I'm not saying this causes kids to smoke, but it definitely causes nicotine
No, that's what the
addictions.
FDA thought.
Yeah, well,
Not
the
the
FDA is a
FDA.
bunch of bumbling buffoons. like this.
that also protect us.
Yeah, but let's be honest. They're kind of a bunch of idiots. Boomers.
They do have a lot on their plate. You gotta admit,
bunch of big boy boomers. You know what I mean?
they're not the worst part about a bureaucracy. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I just like I've seen it give people a lot of people nicotine addictions. I've seen people going like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I haven't had a hit
But I
since the
mean,
beginning of the game. Let me get one." When
let's-
the game has been going on for like 15 minutes.
I mean, let's. Yeah, I don't mind to call it Bennett real quick. I mean, Bennett, do you still?
Only when I drink. I don't own one.
I mean, but you had a nicotine addiction.
Yes, I jeweled for, and
Yeah.
then when they changed the law to 21, I was just like, fuck it. Go through all the trouble of trying to get pods.
Yeah.
Did you
So
have
myself.
an addiction or did you just jewel?
Yes. I went through like withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah.
It's like a month after I stopped.
And
Like I'm not like encouraged, especially from minors.
yeah.
But I don't
Dude,
think this
the
ban
buzz
is the
different
way to
when you
go.
drink.
Yeah, I just don't see the benefits of
Yeah.
banning it.
Stress relief.
Yeah. And I mean, like a vacuum for like other competitors to be like, hey, we still have flavors. Come use us real quick.
Yeah.
FX.
Yeah.
Jules.
I mean, Soren's getting pretty popular.
Jules, what's the yike rating on Jules in general?
3 because like, yeah,
I've
it's really making like,
rules.
yeah.
Jules for me gets a 3 out of 5. What
All
is
right,
our
wrap
next
update.
story?
All right.
Are we talking about China?
Playboy Cardi was
Talking about
supposed to
Kanye.
drop his album today. And
Are we talking about
Oh,
Kanye and
no.
Cardi? Wait, hold on. Are we talking about Kanye
yes,
and Cardi?
Kanye and Cardi.
Okay, because I know that Kanye didn't drop his album either.
Kanye was supposed to release his album like a week ago.
Shit, I was gonna look up Kanye and Playboy Cardi, but I
But
accidentally looked up Kanye Playboy.
Kanye West released a trailer
Hold on.
/ movie.
What?
Movie now. It's called Jesus is King, official trailer, a Kanye West film, only in IMAX.
Fucking My Dark Beautiful Fantasy, whatever that album is called.
Yeah, because my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy had a movie to go along with it as well.
Yeah.
It's just like a prolonged music video.
Mhm. Let me put up a cute picture of Kanye.
Yeah, I'm upset with these rappers setting release dates and then not releasing their music on the
Yeah, because
release date.
Kanye's shit was
don't
supposed
set
to
a
come out
release
for a
date.
while.
Don't. Cardi and Kanye keep saying it's coming out this day, and then the day comes,
And it just doesn't come
it's
out.
dropped.
Didn't he do that with his last one too? Or am I remembering that wrong?
Do that with his last one. He did that with Life of Pablo.
Yeah. Because I remember that was the
He
one that I was
definitely
actually
100%
waiting
did with
for.
Life of Pablo.
That was one of the ones that I was waiting for. I was
He
just
started
like,
the
what hell?
trend.
I mean, that's kind of when
It's
I
my
started to
favorite
fall
album.
off Kanye because I was like a fan, and then he just didn't release Life of Pablo, and I was like, what the hell? It just hurt me as a person.
It's in an unfinished state, and then he finished it a couple months later after it had already been out. It was kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah. That's it. That's my analysis.
Yeah. Pissed me
Kanye.
off. He said, "I read drop in 48 hours." Past nothing came. He's done.
How sad can be 0 out of 5? I kind of
I'll give
Five
it
out of 5
5
from me.
fives. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about it as much as you do, Bennett. Want to talk about China?
Oh,
Okay.
I want to talk about China. We should have opened with
Yeah.
that. What the hell were we thinking? People are gonna go through this podcast and be like, "This shit is mad boring," And they're not even
Yeah,
going
and
to get
then-
to the part where we're talking
Probably
about
gonna
something that
not
actually
listen to it.
matters. Yeah, people are going to listen to like 5 minutes of it and be like, this sucks. What a terrible episode.
Yes.
What a horrible thing that we've done. We're bad people.
No, we just got rushed and schedule's bad.
I didn't
Um,
even know we were doing this today until y'all texted me to make.
Done it.
God! You're the worst kind of person. You have signed up. You made a commitment. Follow through.
I deliver.
All right. Well,
Have you?
I mean, kinda.
Yes.
Yeah. Like he. Let's be honest. He delivers 2/3 of the time.
I left that day drink early
God.
for the first episode.
Okay, China time. It's not time for podcast updates yet. China time. China is a bitch.
Yes.
China is an
This
extremely
conversation.
authoritative regime. So basically right
The
now
British.
they're messing up Hong Kong pretty heavy, but also Hong Kong's protesting and messing them up right back. So dubs on dubs with that one. But let's talk about Blizzard first. So there's a Chinese company I think that
Tencent.
yeah, okay. There's a Chinese tech company that plays pretty well into Blizzard. The gaming company Blizzard is the developers of games.
Overwatch,
Overwatch.
League, not League.
Other games.
That's
But they're really big. They're hot and popping. So one of their streamers, I forgot the streamer's name. If you guys know him, he said he made maybe like an offhand remark or something about Hong Kong, and while he was streaming, and no wait, he wasn't just streaming. He was like in a competition, and he like won.
Yeah.
And because of that remark, they took away his winnings, something like $1,000, and banned him for like a year, I believe. And they were like, "Hey, you can't say stuff like that on our platform." That's the Blizzard stuff, because they are
Yeah.
sucking up to big China. Similar thing happened with the NBA. NBA, they got the Houston Rockets, and one of the, I keep forgetting names, but the Chinese basketball player, he's pretty big in China, so the Houston Rockets are pretty big in China. And the something of the Houston Rockets, I don't even remember. Oh my god, this sucks. He tweeted a picture in support of Hong Kong, and it was literally just something like "fight for democracy," and the guy had to delete his tweet, and other things.
Yeah. So, like, because the whole agreement with the British giving Hong Kong back to China is that Hong Kong would stay. It's basically a city-state outside of China's reach.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're like territorially part of China, but like they're autonomous. They have their own government.
Yeah.
It's like the only place in China you can actually call like a democracy.
Mm-hmm.
But then this extradition bill that was being proposed by like the Hong Kong, the House, I don't know what you would call them, would basically allow prisoners in Hong Kong to keep protesting, and then Hong Kong, no, really more like China was like no. So only recently have they decided, okay, we're not going to do the extradition bill, but now the protest has morphed into something that it's now like, hey, we want freedom. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gone to the point where they basically asked Britain to take them back.
Wow.
Like the people of Hong Kong are just like, hey, you just want to come back real quick?
Damn, they want Britain to come through. Not a single person has ever been like, yo, can you please colonize us?
Please colonize us again.
Oh my god.
That would
We
be
miss
appreciated.
you.
That's how
It was,
better than China. Wow.
no, but if you look at like any like things, you'll see a lot of like British flags, and that's because
Wow.
they have a lot of like
There's a lot of
British
American
sentiment.
flags too.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Basically, a lot of
insane.
freedom flags.
They sing like the national anthem and shit,
Yeah.
and fly American
Yeah, so that's why a
flags.
lot of this sucks so much because we have these huge companies that are sucking up to China because China's pretty much like
A
the leader of
huge
the market
untapped
now.
market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like people are starting to tap into them, and as they're tapping into them, they're realizing how gigantic it is. So they have to now suck up to the Chinese government so that the Chinese government can keep letting them do their thing. And it's
Yeah.
they're
They sort of like
they're destroying the
like
value of free
censor
speech.
themselves.
They
And
from
that's not
across
even talking about the Uyghurs.
literally from across the world are destroying free speech in America.
Yeah.
That's
Like
insane.
people
Just the
get on
power of
Russia. People get on Russia for like doing some shady ass shit, but like really China's like
This isn't just
publicly doing
shady.
shady
This is
shit.
like
Like straight up just like
just
Okay.
wrong. Just objectively wrong.
yeah. But they hold a security seat, so you know the U.S. can't really. You can just be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
stop that, China, please, thank you."
Yeah.
I honestly, I can bet you $5 within 3 years' time, China will get its permanent seat revoked on the UN Security Council.
Um
Uh,
the
I mean,
picture that
because
we
of
have
the
up is of the president guy.
yes,
Xi Jinping.
Yeah, the people in Hong Kong started to say that he looked like Winnie the Pooh. So they
oh
started
no,
putting
people
up-
said he looked like Winnie the Pooh.
just
Way,
generally people said that he looked like Winnie the Pooh, so they'd use that to
Yeah.
insult him, and because of that they literally banned Winnie the Pooh paraphernalia.
yeah, that
all
was back
throughout.
in I think 2013 when the president came to visit Obama, and he like did a little walk
Yeah.
on the front lawn, and he looked like Winnie the Pooh. It was kind of funny.
Oh, also,
No.
real quick, a thing with the Overwatch thing. I didn't even talk about this. There, as another form of protest against not only China but this time Blizzard, they're trying to make one of the characters, a symbol of
Yeah.
like Hong Kong, like the Hong Kong movement or whatever. So that the game itself becomes synonymous with democracy almost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Heard
they're hoping that China's just
I
gonna
know.
outright ban the game. I think what's gonna happen is it's more likely that Blizzard is just gonna release a patch that's gonna delete the character.
they're not going to delete a whole character from Overwatch.
And
Why not?
I mean
Because
they probably will.
Overwatch is
Well, no, from the Chinese version they
Also-
probably would.
They'd
Chinese version.
I mean,
They
if
made
I-
Tracer straight in the Chinese version.
if I was
Yeah.
Blizzard and I had
Being
absolutely
character.
no backbone whatsoever, I'd much rather delete the character than take it off Chinese markets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like back to. I mean, this is like just another like thing of like it's, but like you know the whole Uyghur situation is just fucking horrible.
What is that?
Oh wow. Basically, the Chinese government is rounding up the ethnic people of Uyghur, which
Oh
are
yeah, they're doing
already-
ethnic cleansing.
yeah, and then they're just like, let's harvest their organs as well.
Wow.
while we're having literal concentration camps.
Yeah.
Like not more like Nazi style concentration camps.
Yeah.
Like Soviet Union style concentration camps.
Yeah.
And also the kind of like the whole niche of like version of like socialism / communism was that they had like elections. But then like I think what was it 2 years ago? It was shortly after Trump got elected. Jinping is like, all right, so no more elections anymore.
Supreme ruler for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, China.
I honestly think if China's proven anything, is that they're very consistent with falling apart. So I honestly would not 100% shocked like within our lifetime if China fell apart.
Yeah, but do you see why that's so incredibly concerning?
Oh yes.
Because they're a
It's not
nuclear
perfect.
power.
I mean like yeah, but America. Let me tell you one.
China don't usually war with each other that much.
I mean, Yeah.
until someone unites them.
But it's pretty much like China will be gigantic, and then they'll get too big, they'll spread themselves too thin, and then they'll fall, and then they'll get huge again, and then they'll fall, and they'll get huge again. Right
That's
now
the
they're
story of
huge
China
again.
throughout all of history.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So right now they're pretty huge again, so it looks like a fall is coming soon. And God, I hope so, because they're messing everything up. And that they have the power to do that now. Before it was pretty like not exactly self-contained.
Thanks, Nixon.
God, yeah. Before it was pretty like
You have to open up China.
it was like it stayed relatively overseas. But
Also,
we're in
to
the information era.
to hopefully rest assured your concerns that you brought up the China. I mean, you gotta remember the Soviet Union was also nuclear power, and they fucking fell apart, and no nukes were thrown. It was way more diplomatic, though.
I mean, yeah, but the nuclear stuff is still fairly recent, so we don't know what that.
I mean, so was the Soviet Union.
It just terrifies me. I mean, just everything
Yeah, we're
like,
fine.
regarding nukes.
Well, actually, America is relatively fine because we have this thing called the Sweet First Strike, and with that, we take out any nuclear facility before they can strike back with our nukes.
Tight. Duh.
Like we have we have a very slight advantage, basically.
USA.
And like it's not even a concept. Like if China ever like tried to declare war, it would just not go well for China.
America number 1,
Unless.
China number 4.
I mean, like more like China number 2, but like
China number 7. This is such a terrible episode.
but
okay, China
yeah.
gets a 4 out of 5. Yeah.
5 out of 5. Nah, it's a 5.
Okay, China gets a 5. You've convinced me.
It's a 5
I
out
mean,
of 5.
I mean with the Uyghur stuff especially.
Oh yeah, okay, 6 out of 5. Yeah.
Yeah, that's at least a 7.
Okay, podcast talk. Oh, Q&A.
Yeah,
Shit. Should we do a Q&A first?
No.
Do you have any questions?
I have some. They're whatever, honestly. You guys gotta step up your games with the questions.
Let's do one question and then we'll call it a day.
Let's do this one. This one's actually like serious, I guess. Advice to overcome bullying and abuse. Should we shouldn't answer this one on this one. Never mind. We should answer it on an actually good episode.
Yeah.
Sun says.
What's wrong? I want to answer that one.
I want to answer it too, but I don't think we should do it now. We shouldn't waste it when we're terrible.
Give us a terrible question then.
Yeah. Fuck. These suck. These suck more than this episode does. One of them is. Do you guys believe in ghosts? We talked about that last episode. The good episode. That was the good one. Listen to that one instead. These are ass.
Just choose one.
Okay. Fries, squishy or crunchy? Bryn asks that. Shout out to
Crunchy.
Bryn for asking us a fucking question, I guess.
Gee.
Both. They both have their place.
Fries? Like French fries?
Yeah, like French fries. Like, what other fries?
Crunchy.
Not both, because you go to McDonald's, right? You get some of those long
And the
ones.
squishy fries blow.
No, dude, you get some of those long ones that are like, they're like squishy.
Nah,
it's not like you don't want a plate full of squishy fries. You don't want just squishy fries.
You're
you
just
want a squishy
wrong.
mixed in with the crunchy. Crunchy wins.
No.
Hey, I'm agreeing with you.
Listen.
Hey.
Yeah, I get it. You're a squishy boy,
Hey,
alright?
hey,
But you
okay.
don't gotta like squishy fries.
I'm just saying, if we don't like squishy fries, we don't like squishy boys.
Hey, I like squishy boys, but I don't. Please, God, the NJ, please don't be listening.
You get a plate full of fries, right?
Yeah.
Some of them are crunchy. You're chowing down on some crunchy, crispy. Okay, I don't like the word crunchy because crunchy implies that they're burnt. Crispy. Crispy on the outside, nice and smooth on the inside. You're chowing down. Then all of a sudden, you get that one long fry.
No.
Doused in salt. You take it,
Incorrect.
you dip it in some ketchup, you slather it on your tongue, creamy, all throughout. It's like a mashed potato fry. It's like if mashed potatoes made into a fry were then put into your mouth, because you can sort of smack it around. I am
Okay.
correct and you are wrong always. the picture,
I gotta have it just.
the picture of the Winnie the Pooh thing is still up.
Alright.
Okay.
So squishy fries.
It's been a
get
good one,
0 out of 5
boys.
yikes.
No, not.
We're not done. We gotta do
Not
podcast talk. Bennett, you can leave
No,
for
you
this one if
idiot.
you want.
Alright.
We're doing
Good
we're doing
podcast,
podcast
boys.
talk. See ya, Bennett.
Guys.
All right.
So is Bennett gone yet?
Yeah.
Are you good? So that means that we're just following the trend of Bennett leaving early and then us actually getting into a good discussion.
Yeah.
So podcast talk.
Yeah.
This is the third episode, third weekly episode, which honestly I think is kind of cool.
I'm impressed we've gone this long.
Yeah,
Honestly.
like seriously. 3, like hour and a half long episodes. I think that's dope.
Yeah.
This
We
one
definitely-
sucks. This one.
Yeah. No. This. I really do think just a lot of poor on our parts, especially me.
Yeah, so let's
Uh,
talk about a couple things. So, let's just be open and honest. We were supposed to have 2 episodes this week. We were supposed to have an episode on Wednesday. We were supposed to have an episode on Saturday, and we're not. We're having an episode
Yes.
on Friday instead. Since this is our first time kind of creating any sort of regular content,
Yeah.
it's a bit difficult at first.
I mean, you're gonna have to get those growing pains. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
and right now one of our growing pains is that it's hard to do a weekly show when you have lives.
Yeah.
Like even the
I mean,
like one of the
I mean,
there's a podcast that's super hyped up in our school. My boys, the Chris and TJ podcast. Even they don't do it regularly, really.
Yeah.
They haven't filmed an episode in like weeks. So
and yeah, it's hard to balance both school and like, you know.
yeah, but that being said, I like doing it regularly. I don't know.
Yeah.
You get duds like this one. But then,
Yeah. Not all. But you know, you get an episode 2, which was pretty good content wise.
But I think it really is about you have to get into a consistent rhythm.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that, but
Yeah.
I don't even know what the but was. It's just hard to do that.
Yeah. It also doesn't help that we're all
We're all what?
separated by distance.
Yeah, we're all we're what? How far is JMU from you?
Jamie from Mason is it's about 80 miles, both Mason and Fredericksburg.
Yeah, so we're like what, hours away?
Yeah.
And that's where the audio stuff kind of comes into play. Where that
Yeah.
kind of sucks. We're all in locations that don't have the best connection. I have to film this in my basement. It's tough.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Like, just like
Yeah,
both
this,
like
go ahead. Matthew?
yeah. Sorry, no, I've got a weird. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna continue talking.
Yeah. Do that.
I know it's only like our 3rd episode and we're like feeling it, but this was kind of like this episode was probably it was just really difficult to do for some reason. I mean, we didn't get all our topics together until like an hour or two ago, barely.
Yeah.
We didn't get our thumbnail together until like half an hour before we were about to go live. I had to fix my Wi-Fi. I was like eating. It was just
Yeah.
the communication was poor. The scheduling was poor. It was less of not an effort, but just again, like, we have lives. We're doing school, we're doing extracurriculars, we're doing social things.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bah.
I feel like this is less like an update for our millions of adoring fans and more just an opportunity for us to talk about why this is so hard.
Yeah.
Because
It's a platform for us to talk about politics, and if anyone's ever actually interested, they can join us.
yeah, I mean, basically, because
We also do it at very like inconvenient times.
yeah,
I've
I
noticed.
realize that too. Which is why, maybe not doing this live.
Yeah. So I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to pre-record some episodes.
Yeah.
So because I mean, I definitely on Saturday, maybe because it was our first episode as well. But, like, that definitely got like the most traction
Yeah.
because it was a Saturday night,
And I also think
or it may have been like a Saturday evening.
I also think it's the thing of if we don't do it live, people feel less of an obligation to watch it live. Like, if I say,
Yeah.
hey, we're going live right now, and then afterwards it's like, okay, the VOD is up, it's like, all right, cool. But if I'm just like, hey, the new episode of the podcast is out, come listen, then that's more of a draw. So it's
Yeah.
not that the live thing is going away altogether. Like, I like doing it live. It's a lot of fun doing it live, like when we have viewers. I remember the first episode we had like viewers, we were talking to them. People
Yeah.
were like texting me and stuff. It was really fun doing that. But then you get episodes like this one where there's literally not a single person watching. So it's like, and like, we could edit this down to be so much shorter. We could cut out a lot of the dead
Yeah.
air. So it's like there's no reason for us to do this live.
Like maybe we could just pre-record a lot of episodes every once in a while
Yeah. If anything, I think
when we know we can get people.
I think maybe we should record like a separate podcast update and then upload that, not live,
Yeah.
just like generally like a video, like, hey, just like explaining what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I like, this is something that I actually really enjoy doing. Like, I've loved listening to podcasts. I like talking about politics with you guys. It helps me stay informed.
Yeah.
And, like, actually think about my opinion.
It kind of reminds me of the I think it was episode 2. Was it the first episode where we talked about the officer that got shot
Yeah.
in Houston?
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, when like the people, I thought they thought I was like downplaying it, but like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize what I said could have been interpreted as that.
Exactly, and that's why I love doing this podcast with you guys, because it, like, things like that story, the Sandeep Dhaliwal story was like, it's like, that's a perfect example of like how we have different opinions that are all equally valid, right? Because you guys learned a little bit about my
Yeah.
experience and why I would like immediately infer that it's white supremacy.
Yeah.
And I learned a little bit about you guys and why you were a little more skeptical about that. None of us were
Skeptical.
downplaying each other. None
Yeah.
of us were downplaying each other. I don't think.
We all realized that guy was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolute garbage human, but like, you know,
Yeah.
I tend to be more skeptical in most of my beliefs generally.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I really like doing this. It's super fun doing this. And I want to
It's
do
a-
it regularly. Like, I like doing it
Yeah.
weekly. It is super hard, and it's only week 3.
Yeah.
But, you know, you win some, you lose some. The first 2 episodes I think were really good. This one is probably going to end up being just as long, honestly. But it's just
Yeah.
because it's just not our best day. You know, it's been a super tiring week, very, very busy week for all of us. But, you know, as time goes on, we're just going to get better with this kind of stuff. We're just going to get better with scheduling. I mean, I think the audio is a lot better. You can see you can see that we're trying to ramp it up. We're trying to get our production value up. Our
Yeah.
our audio's better. We're trying to get better with the graphics and stuff like that. I made an election update graphic. We have an intro song now. Shout out to Kyle, my boy Kyle Dawson. You can follow him on Instagram. He's an actual music guy.
Kyle.
Kyle.
Shout him out. I give him my money now.
I gave him money. No worries. But yeah, it's just this isn't something that I plan on stopping soon. So hopefully that statement
I don't want to
doesn't-
give up just yet.
Yeah, hopefully that statement doesn't come to bite me in the butt later.
Yeah. But-
we do this for like 2 more weeks and that's it.
And we're just like, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna start trying to, like, whenever we have like free time, maybe we stockpile a couple episodes where we just talk about not even politics, just stuff. You know what I mean? Not even like politics or news, just like we just talk about like shit. Maybe we just like watch some videos. We have like a bunch of big ideas, and we're working on implementing those. Matt, you got anything else to add, buddy?
Not really. Sleepy.
Yeah, super tired. Let's wrap this baby up.
I'll play Fortnite. Wait.
All right. If you did listen all the way to the end, thank you so much for listening to an hour and 15 minutes of this hot garbage.
Yeah.
This was definitely like not our best episode, but again, we're trying. You can follow us on our social medias. Those are down in the description. You can follow us on Instagram. If you have any questions or anything, you can send them into zerobudgetpod@gmail.com. What else? Matt, do you have any projects or anything that you're working on that you want to plug?
Like personally, or
I
like
don't know. No one's listening at this point. What do you want to? Do you have anything you're working on?
Oh no, there's a couple people, 2 people. One said you're welcome, and then Joel said he.
Oh word! Oh word! Yeah. Oh shit! We got people on. It says 1.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Okay. Yeah. Do you have anything you're working on that you would like to plug?
No, but I really want to go back into editing, but like I have nothing to edit.
Well.
And yeah.
You might have something.
My winter break, I'm not going to be home, like in Fredericksburg at least, far. So I have no reason to be there. So I'll probably be in Vegas and then Florida, and then go back to Mason. And then my summer, as you know, I'll most likely be working for either the NGA or the DIA.
Yeah, Space Force boys.
Either Space Force or like, I don't know, bombing brown people. Like,
oh, nice.
It's
that's a
it's 2 jobs I'll have
right there. So you either bomb aliens or bomb aliens.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta figure out which one is which, though.
Exactly.
No, but and then I won't have any free time during the summer. I'm honestly thinking about it more.
You thinking about what more?
Not doing theater anymore.
Really?
I'm kind of like losing like that spark.
Yeah,
like,
I think
the more.
Yeah.
Like the more I've been doing government, the more I'm just like, I really like theater's fun and all, but I don't know if it's like ever something I really want to do again.
Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying.
I'm kind of like pulling a Jonathan.
I get what you're saying. It's always like it's just not for everyone to do for the rest of their lives
anymore.
I think it's important. I think it's an important thing for everyone to have in their lives at some point.
Yeah.
I think it gives you a unique perspective on the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely not a thing that everyone needs to do forever. And I think it's good that you're recognizing that you need to take a step back before maybe, I don't know, you like overwork yourself, I guess.
Yeah. Like if I probably majored in theater like the first year, I probably would still be interested in theater. So much time away from it, I'm just kind of like, you know. it was fun while it lasted, kind
Yeah.
of thing.
And I feel like there is going to be a time when you like miss that, and that's what community theater is for, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna plug my shit. I'm directing Christmas Carol. Come see that. That's gonna be super fun.
Wait, hold it. When is that?
December 14th.
I'm gonna try to convince down, and I'll try to go see it
Hell
because
yeah.
that would be 2 days before my final.
Hell
my
yeah.
only-
It's like December like 13th and 14th, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, as long as it's not like on.
No,
Day,
December
I'll be
12th
good.
and 13th. Yeah, so that's dope.
Oh yeah, then I'll be good.
Yeah. That's super fun. We're going to VTA in a couple weeks. That's super fun. I got into
Couple weeks? It's 1 week.
No, it's in 2 weeks.
VTA?
Yeah,
Isn't
VTA
that
is
the
on
same
the
week?
31st.
Oh.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks. I sent in a self-tape for a stage reading that they have going on there for a play called Church and State, and I got in, boys. So
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, that's super exciting.
I do love the promotional thing they put up where like everyone has like, and it's just yours.
Yeah,
It's
I know. I did. My headshots are so bad, so it's like everyone has such like professional looking headshots, and mine is just my goofy mug in New York. Yeah, but VTA is gonna be a super fun time. I'm really excited for that. Jewel just said yes, congrats, thank you, Jewel. But yeah, I think that's all the stuff to plug that I have going on. I might be starting another podcast, which after this one, I don't know how that one's going. I don't know, bro.
Oh.
That's all the stuff I got. That's all the stuff Matt's got. Thank you for listening to the podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at ZeroBudgetPod. You can send us an email at zerobudgetpod@gmail.com. You can listen to the podcast sometimes, and you can also not sometimes. Those are the two options that you have. I have been your host, Japtej Singh. This has been my co-host, Matt.
Hello, or I guess goodbye.
And the other co-host, Matt, has left.
Cool.
All of us.
Left.
Should I play the outro music? Do you have anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and play the music now. The music is coming up shortly. Where's the music? Come on up, music. And here we go. The music is playing. I'm currently talking over the music. It is I, Music Boy. Bye, everybody. See you next week.